In this video, we'll be taking a look at every single outfit Lady Mary wears in Season 2 on Downton Abbey. As we discuss and analyze her many looks, please keep in mind that this video does contain spoilers. Season 2 begins in 1916, and Mary is 25 years old. Mary's first look is a brand new garnet-colored coat, hat, and bag, paired with beautiful wine-colored gloves. Her evening dress is a black silk chiffon and embroidered gown, featuring exceptional detail work, especially on the sleeves. She wears this dress to meet Matthew for the first time in a long time, after finding out that he's engaged to be married. The gown is slim and tight-fitting, with the waist of the dress being at its natural position. Mary wakes up especially early to see Matthew off at the station. She wears a matching wine-colored jacket and skirt, along with a coordinating hat. It is here that she gives him her lucky charm to keep him safe. In this touching scene, he says to her, "Won't you need it?" And she says, "Not as much as you will. Just come back safe and sound." While helping Lady Sybil pack, Mary wears this light blue cotton day dress. While praying for Matthew's safety, we see Mary in a new nightgown. She then wears that same black embroidered evening gown in this episode. To meet her Aunt Rosamond and Richard Carlisle, she wears a day ensemble consisting of a champagne shirtwaist and a red skirt paired with a red belt. That evening, she wears a divine, cutting-edge, modern gown, with beading in the pattern of a large flower. When Carson is taken ill, Mary goes to him to check on him, just like the many times he has done for her. Over her dress, she wears a black and gold embroidered shawl. While walking with Sir Richard, she wears a gray skirt, tan overcoat, and cream-colored shirt. This is also the hat that she wore to see Matthew off at the train station in the previous episode. And here we get a closer look of that large floral beaded gown. Just as she saw Matthew off wearing this wine-colored jacket and skirt, she also sees Sir Richard off wearing it, but this time with a different hat and blouse underneath. She wears this ensemble as well, hoping to find Matthew to tell him her true feelings. Finding herself unable to do so, she walks back to the house and gets ready for dinner that night. That evening, she wears a dress, again representing how she's feeling, truly in love with Matthew. The dress is of red silk chiffon, fit with beautiful gold, red, and black embroidery, all done in an oriental fashion. That night as well, we see her in the same nightgown she has been wearing for all of Season 2. For breakfast the next morning, she wears a white shirtwaist, which she has had since Season 1, and a beautiful red skirt with a red belt. In Episode 3, while talking with her grandmother, she is wearing her light blue cotton day dress. We see Mary in the evening with Anna as they try the new curling iron out. Mary wears a new set of pajamas, being a nightgown and a matching robe. On the first day that Downton Abbey is turned into a convalescent home due to World War I, Mary chooses to wear a very practical outfit to help out in. A gray skirt with a matching belt, paired with a new floral and tan silk blouse. We then see Mary in the same skirt and belt, just with a different shirtwaist on. This is one we haven't seen before. She then wears this look to meet with her grandmother, but puts a jacket over it and pairs it with a hat. When she has tea with her grandmother and aunt, she wears pieces that she's worn in previous episodes. The white silk blouse, red skirt, and red hat tie the outfit together. And in the evening, she wears her beaded floral gown. Here we see her in an outfit she wore previously in this episode, her white silk blouse, gray skirt, and matching gray belt. We also see Mary re-wearing her black embroidered silk gown, pairing her look with black beads and black gloves. Mary wears her wine-colored wool skirt and matching belt, paired with her champagne shirtwaist. When going out, she puts on the matching jacket, gloves, and hat, and puts the collar of the silk shirt over the jacket, creating a beautiful effect. After talking with her grandmother about her sister Sybil, she ends up finding Sybil with Tom Branson having a conversation. It is in this moment that she suspects that they like each other. When she returns home, she removes her jacket, hat, and gloves, and begins practicing for the concert. She wears her floral beaded dress when talking with Sybil, and later her red oriental embroidered gown. The last evening look of this episode is her black silk embroidered gown. Wearing this dress symbolizes the dark moment when she finds out that Matthew has gone missing. Trying to be optimistic and in good spirits for the concert, she chooses to wear her floral shirtwaist with her gray skirt. And while she is performing during the concert, we witness an unforgettable moment when Matthew walks through the door. At the start of episode 5, Mary becomes lightheaded and breaks her teacup. This moment symbolizes how her heart is one with Matthew's, as he was injured during that time. She wears her red skirt, matching belt, and one of her favorite silk tops, along with a coordinating cardigan. That evening, for sure, the whole family finds out that both Matthew and William have been greatly injured and will be coming home. Mary is wearing one of her coordinating robes and nightgowns. On the day that they are bringing Matthew and William into the hospital, Mary puts on her blue cotton dress. For dinner back at the house, she wears her red oriental silk embroidered gown. We can also see her chemise, which was underneath her dress, and is the final undergarment layer. Back at the hospital, she puts on her white silk blouse, gray skirt, and striped apron. When she goes to see Richard Carlisle at his office, she wears her garnet-colored day suit. This ensemble was the first one we saw her in at the beginning of this season. While talking with Lavinia, she wears her champagne-patterned silk blouse along with her red skirt and coordinating belt. Her last look of this episode is her blue cotton day dress that she wears with her striped apron. Here she talks with Matthew and comforts him. The first look that Mary wears in episode 6 is her blue cotton gown, which she wears in the garden with Matthew. While taking a look at Haxby Park with Richard Carlisle, Mary wears her light blue jacket with velvet accents, which she has owned since season 1, and underneath it is a new cotton day dress. She pairs her look with a handbag, dark blue hat, and gray gloves. Here we see the dress that Mary was wearing underneath, a new light blue cotton striped dress. When Mary talks with Mr. Carson before dinner, she wears her black embroidered silk gown. For dinner the following night, she wears her red silk embroidered gown, where they discuss the possibility that Patrick Gordon could still be alive. In the next scene that we see Mary in, she is wearing her floral blouse and gray skirt. Her next look during the day is her champagne patterned silk blouse along with her coordinating red skirt and belt. For dinner, we again see her in her red embroidered silk gown. Now that the war has finally ended, Mary wears her gray skirt and white silk blouse. In episode 7, Mary dons a new evening dress, this time a midnight blue embroidered silk gown with tulle accents. During the day, Mary has on her coordinating silk blouse and cardigan, paired with her red skirt. For dinner, she puts on one of her favorites, her red embroidered Oriental style dress. And here we get a good view of the back of the garment. It is in this dress that she gets to witness Matthew standing up. During luncheon, we also see her in a new ensemble, a midnight blue long-sleeve silk shirt with a dark blue skirt. For dinner, she has on her dark blue silk and tulle gown, pairing the look with black long silk gloves. When she finds out that Sybil has run away with Tom Branson to be married, she throws on her garnet red coat and hat. In episode 8, Mary is helping prepare for the wedding between Matthew and Lavinia. She has on a new cotton blouse paired with one of her older gray skirts, but you can tell while standing next to Lavinia that Mary's skirt has a twinge of green in it. The night that Sybil plans to tell everyone that she is going to marry Tom, Mary wears her oriental red silk gown. Next we see Mary in that same new cotton blouse that she was wearing earlier, paired with her red skirt. That evening, during dinner, the Spanish flu hits Downton. When many are taken ill, Mary watches Matthew downstairs as he puts something on the gramophone. For this night, she wears her midnight blue spaghetti-strapped silk and tulle gown, and we especially can see the tulle overlay as she walks down to see him. This was one of the greatest moments of Downton Abbey, as Mary and Matthew can finally be honest with each other about their feelings, even though they both are planning to marry other people. While dancing with each other, they share a kiss, but then quickly Lavinia comes down. And we later find out that she had heard and seen everything. She then wears her white short-sleeve shirtwaist paired with a navy blue skirt. After Anna gets married to Mr. Bates, Mary plans a surprise for them. She prepares a bedroom with flowers and candles. While she takes Anna to see her surprise, Mary wears her matching nightgown and robe. After Lavinia's death, they hold a funeral for her. Mary has on a stunning mourning ensemble. She wears a black skirt, a black velvet top, with sheer silk brown sleeves. She pairs her look with a dark hat and black leather gloves. In the last episode of the season, the Crawleys are getting ready for Christmas, and the year is 1919. To help decorate the tree and to greet family members, she wears an all-black, very simple, plain dress. On Christmas Day, we see her in a sand-colored, silk-embroidered dress. This dress has a boxy and boyish frame, which is most associated with the 1920s. The next evening, we see her in a black silk-embroidered chiffon dress. This gown looks a great deal like her midnight blue one, which she wore in the previous episode. But this one does not have the front panel which goes down the skirt, and I believe that this one is pure black and not a midnight blue. For New Year's Eve, Mary wears a brand new garnet-colored, silk-embroidered drop-waist gown. The dress is made of sheer silk, and underneath it, she wears a coordinating slip. When it's time to go hunting, she wears a brand new ensemble, a coordinating skirt and jacket, which easily could double as a walking suit. The outfit is made of tweed and is in a grid check pattern. She pairs her look with matching boots and gloves, along with a forest green hat with purple accents. We next see her in this dinner look, another new ensemble, but we don't see it for very long. We simply see the upper bodice with its beautiful beadwork. And we can see Mary's hesitation as to marrying Richard Carlisle. At the trial for Mr. Bates, Mary wears a black long coat, along with a coordinating hat and gloves. In light of the unfortunate news during the trial, Mary wears the dress she had on under her coat, her simple black, long-sleeve drop-waist gown, which she had on during the beginning of this episode. In this beautiful moment, her father tells her to not stay with Richard Carlisle, that she shouldn't be with a man that threatens her with ruin, that he wants a good man for her. When she goes to visit Lavinia's grave, we see her in a brand new coat, being wool with black embroidery, as well as a beautiful black hat. When they find out that the family dog is missing, they establish a search party after dinner. Mary still has on her beautiful gold and blue evening dress, along with a gray coat. When Matthew wonders why Mary still stays with Richard, he asks her. Mary says, "If I told you, you would despise me." But after telling him, Matthew replies that he could never despise her. We next see Mary in her garnet-colored drop-waist silk embroidered gown. In this dress, she tells Richard that they shouldn't get married and they're not well suited. While making threats about her, Matthew overhears and they get into a fight. The next morning, Mary wakes up early to see Richard off and to part on good terms. They do, and for this she wears her simple black long-sleeve dress with a red necklace. The last dress we see her in during this season is her cranberry red gown. This dress features a slightly dropped waist, multi-layered skirt with scalloped edges, and beading along those edges. Arguably one of Mary's most famous looks from the entire series, not only for the beauty of the dress itself, but for the moment that it represents. As it is here that Matthew proposes to Mary, and she accepts. Let me know in the comments which look that Mary wears from Season 2 is your favorite and why. Thank you so much for watching Cultured Elegance. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video, and I'll see you in the next one.